So on count one, vehicular homicide, the court's going to adjudicate the defendant guilty, sentence him to 9 years in the Florida State Prison. On count two, same charge, court will adjudicate the defendant guilty, sentence him to 15 years Florida State Prison, and that'll run consecutive to count one, for a total of 24 years Florida State Prison.
On April 8, 2021, Camron Coyle Herrin was sentenced to 24 years in a Florida State Prison for the slaughtering of 24-year-old mother Jessica Raubenolt and her 1-year-old baby girl Lillia. On the sunny morning of Wednesday, May 23, 2018, Jessica Reisinger-Raubenolt was pushing her baby Lillia in a stroller on Bayshore Blvd. They were about to lawfully cross the street when a black 2018 Ford Mustang driven by Herrin crashed into them. Jessica died on the scene, while baby Lillia, in critical condition, succumbed to her injuries at the hospital the day after. On May 23, 2018, the lives of 4 families changed forever. Camron Herrin graduated from high school in 2018, and his parents gifted him a 2018 8-cylinder Ford Mustang as a graduation present. On the morning of May 23, 2018, Camron headed out to the gym with his brother as a passenger. At the red light on Bayshore Blvd, they stopped next to a gold Nissan driven by John Barino. Moments later, the two vehicles took off at egregious speeds, appearing to be racing each other. Seeing the mother and the stroller, Barino veered away from them, while Herrin crashed into them. It was later determined from the black box of the Mustang that it was going at a speed of 102 miles per hour on a 45 miles per hour speed limit street. Both Barino and Herrin were arrested, charged with vehicular homicide, and pleaded guilty. On December 2020, John Barino agreed to a plea deal to serve 6 years in prison with a 15-year probation and 200 community hours. Camron Herrin was charged as an adult and sentenced to 24 years in prison on April 8, 2021, a decision that his family and legal team are said to be appealing. Camron Herrin went viral as millions on TikTok and Twitter called for justice for him, as according to them, Camron has his life ahead of him and does not deserve such a harsh sentence. I thought I read that wrong, but according to his fans, who are primarily females, Camron Herrin is too pretty for prison. There is a petition to get justice for Camron on change.org. Before we read it and I give my take on it, keep in mind that this is possibly a high schooler who wrote this petition just by the syntax and grammar, but in any case someone with not a high level of education, and this is not said as an insult but merely from the way the petition was crafted. I think 24 years is too much for him. Actually, it is not enough. His family gets to see him when they want. He gets to walk this earth. He gets to live. He gets a chance at life. Guess what the Raubenolt and Reisinger families don't get? They don't get to see Jessica and baby Lillia ever, because these wannabe racers killed them. Fact. Jessica and baby Lillia don't get another chance at life.
Nope.
That death sentence was too much for them and their families. He didn't do it for purpose. I guess they meant on purpose. It was just an accident. No. It was negligence. An accident is something that happens outside of your control. This crash and the death that occurred could have been avoided if these two gentlemen didn't try to see whose penis was bigger. Racing each other. Fact. It was selfish and narcissistic of them both. It was intentional. Yes. Plus, you don't call driving 102 miles per hour on a 45 miles per hour speed limit street and then crashing as a result an accident.
Nope.
The race didn't have to happen, and especially not on a public street by these two guys, both clueless about speed racing. By the way, His defense argued that his brain wasn't developed enough at 17, 18 years old to make sound decisions. So, why was he given not just a car to drive, but that car to drive? Because if this is the road you want to go, then his parents are equally responsible for the death of Jessica and baby Lillia, as they provided the weapon that killed them, knowing well that their entitled brat was not responsible enough to operate a vehicle. While anyone has the right to drive any vehicle they want, not everyone should drive, for driving is not a right but a privilege. Fact. Anyways, coming back to this petition, I want you all lovely people who think it's absolutely not right to jail the young man for 24 years, which is worse than death. 24 years, as I already said, is another chance at life that Jessica and baby Lillia never got because of him. Please do sign and share this petition as much as you can so that we can help to get out Camron Herrin. He is very young and his whole life in front of him. Do you know who also had their lives in front of them? Jessica Raubenolt, 24 at the time of her death, and baby Lillia Raubenolt, 1 year old at the time of her death. They both were very young. Yes. I have humble request to all of you, please support my petition for him. We live only once. With your help, we can save him and we can get him another chance in court again, as everything on social media are all talking about to give him second chance. We should all help him because by staying in jail for 24 years, the victim's family won't get them back. Can you be more narcissistic than this? I killed your family members. Don't jail me because it won't get them back. Really? Do the crime, do the time. But definitely this young boy lost everything already being in jail. Nice try, but no. The Reisinger-Raubenolt family lost everything. David Raubenolt lost everything when Camron Herrin killed his wife and baby daughter. Fact. The fact that the criminal here is the one receiving sympathy, not his victims, is not something new. Inmate U60981 is deemed handsome, which I honestly don't see. But you know what they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And we are all ugly to someone. Anyways, there's been occurrences like this before where women sympathize with criminals. A few cases include Ted Bundy, who killed over 30 women, Jeffrey Dahmer, a serial killer, Anders Breivik, a terrorist, just to name a few. If I'm not mistaken, this is called hybristophilia or the Bonnie and Clyde syndrome, and it can be tied to insecure young women feeling that those criminal or bad boys in their lives provide them somehow with the security that they themselves are lacking. Now, is it the same here with Camron Herrin? I'm not sure, as I don't know for sure that his admirers are sexually attracted to him or not, and I'm not qualified to diagnose anyone. I'm just here to give my 2 cents and entertain you. The Herrin family and their legal team are said to be appealing the original sentencing. With appeals, there are chances for a reduced sentence, but there is also the possibility that Camron might get handed more years than the original 24 years. Time will tell, but in the meantime, Camron Herrin's fans, as they send him their love, they should also tell him not to drop the soap. Rest in paradise, Jessica and baby Lillia Raubenolt. A big thank you for my Butterfly member, Jenny, for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. If you'd like to do the same, all links are in the description below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video, as these are ways you can support me and the channel as well. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.